Oh, it's nice and slightly desserty. Just gonna wait a little bit more. And I'm gonna switch from my deck to my companion mode on my phone. I should look up if I still have access to Wi-Fi after changing the phone, but then again, they're going to want the old phone back. Or another thing I could do is use companion mode on my iPad, but then that's one more thing to put on my desk, and today I do not have the room. I am in such a good mood, you guys would not believe. I'm just gonna put the music down about a notch so I can actually hear myself. I recently, just this week, I recently received a lot of my quote-unquote new doll making supplies when I expected them like at the end of next month. Maybe I should actually look at the camera while I talk. I got, not like it's gonna matter a lot to you guys. Ah, it's that kind of green. Okay, imagine this is green. Apparently everything I own is green, so maybe I should swap my chroma screen to the blue side. But yeah, basically what this is a printable water slide sticker maker. Well, less sticker and more of an overlay. So what this does is basically it's a thin sheet of some kind of vinyl paperish transparent overlay thing. And you can print whatever you want on it. And then you do a couple steps. I mean, it's pretty much all in the back. And there's an English version at the bottom, thank God, because I do not speak Moonspeak, sadly. Though I do believe, I think this is... No, this is Japanese kanji. That looks like Japanese kanji. Regardless, you print it, you do a couple steps to make sure that it doesn't fuck up when you put it in water. Because eventually what happens is you put it in water so that the printed part goes off of the paper part. You're not going to need the paper backing, because what happens then, let's grab Puppet because he was my my test subject for this. So what happens... Ah yes, the eyes are green, I forgot that too. Holy jeez, I have so much trouble with my chroma screen. So what happens is that you have a transparent backing to your sticker, and it's pretty much seamless because I used three other liquids to stick the damn thing on. And as you can see from the test, I can't sublimate. This eye stayed in the water for 60 seconds, which is way too long, and it caused the art to easily move around and get ripped and scratched up. This eye stayed in the water for 30 seconds, so I'm thinking when I actually do the actual eyes on the actual figure, repetition, 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 I'm going to leave them in the water for 20 seconds. Now, what happened is that I can't do sublimation, I don't have a sublimation printer, so what I did is I filled out the eye with Posca directly on Puppet before I applied the sticker. The green eyes are pink now. Yeah, everything green eyes show up is completely pink. It's like I said a couple minutes ago, by the way, hi Coco. So like I said a couple minutes ago, I should swap my chroma screen from the green side to the blue side because apparently everything I own is green. And while we're here, this is going to look super weird because I put some plastic wrap around Risa's head. Because I'm going to be sculpting on her pretty soon. But I almost finished her onesie. For the onesie part, all she needs... Why are you glowing pink? So for the onesie part, all she needs is her belt buckle. It's completely removable. It does not look removable. It is completely and easily removable. She's got a giant snap on her back, and this part of the belt is actually stuck on only because it's a clingy type vinyl. And after that I'm going, because I don't know if you guys can see the giant snap. I lost my Velcro for some reason, couldn't find it. Mom does not have Velcro either, so I stole a snap, and we're going to work with that. Use a printer to print the eyes on. That's exactly what I did. Just gonna get back to it in a couple seconds. And like, yeah, I just need to sculpt the belt buckle and put it here. I can remove the belt buckle from the back, and the giant snap makes sure that everything stays frickin' put until I say so. Now back to the eyes, which are way over there. Let's go get them. Now these are the correct size, and of course they're usually green. And they're really close right now, but what I'm going to do, of course, I'm going to cut them out individually and stick them on Risa one at a time. And of course I need to fill in the sclera before I apply them, or else they're going to be transparent like Puppet's right eye. Now what I did with this one after checking out Poofy Bloomer pants after checking out a couple tutorials and stuff like that, because it's important to check out tutorials and not do what I usually do and fuck around and find out. What I did is that I printed them after a lot of measuring. I ran my heating gun on it to dry the ink, and then I followed my shellac varnish instruction. This is sprayed on 3 times with 1 hour in between. Hey Sakura, hi! How you doing? Long time no see. You're alive. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can't give you something more interesting there. If I can remember how. I am alive. It's good to see you. It's super good to see you. Is this gonna work? Yes! At least you're no longer a soldier now. Streams had a revamp. I like it. Picasso. Yeah, it was a lot of freaking work. Just gonna put the eyes over there. And as I was saying, yeah, there's 3 layers of varnish on these. And 1 hour drying time between them, so normally they should not break apart like Puppet's eye that we saw earlier after I put them in the water, but I'm still going to put them in the water only 20 seconds. Because then, or else it's just going to destroy the integrity of the entire sticker. Just gonna have a sip of tea, and then we're going to get started for realsies on what's actually on the screen. It's paid off, it looks great. Thank you! Yes, you're so cute. I put you as Realm, little 10-year-old artist from Final Fantasy VI. Because this is pretty much all Final Fantasy VI themed. The changing backgrounds are battle backgrounds from the game, and the sprites are all from Final Fantasy VI. I just noticed that you're using what I assume are Final Fantasy VI backgrounds behind the stream content. It is! Mmm, delicious tea. Earl Grey. I'm subtle like that. Now I'm just going to switch my screen to my script. And we're going to get started. Paul would not be happy because I am in a great mood and I don't really feel like complaining, so maybe we'll find something for me to complain about today. We're gonna try at least. An effort will be made. And we start by me losing the ability to draw a circle. Stop spamming symbols. Oh my god, Nightbot! Oh my god! There's like only what? Tree? Calm down. Here, gray represent. Sad soup. I gotta see. Oh, Nightbot is shadow. Okay. That's appropriate. Let me just write down to get Nightbot to calm down, because ever since the beginning, the chat is now highly restricted, so there's less chances of bots and stuff like that. It's also to avoid the people that used to spam symbols like constantly, but it needs to chill a little bit. Because now the chat is restricted. Haunting Nightbot. I mean, if I wanted to, I could make it really haunting. There's a ghost sprite. Must be an uncomfortable hour for you, Sakura, considering you're in a way different time zone. Gonna give her a nice little ponytail. I should be beating Final Fantasy VII by now, but I actually started a new game with Dragon Quest XI because I lost control of my life. It's 1814. Woohoo, made it. Hi, Joel. It must hate the British flag. Nightbot is racist. Now we know. 1814. That's not too bad. Around supper time, I would guess. Well, that's around supper time here. You eat when you want. I'm not a boss of you. I'm the boss of the stream. I'm not the boss of you. It smells delightful in here. I got some super glue on my fingers again while I was doing the pants cuff on Risa. So I went and got some acetone. Q-Tex brand acetone, and I got a little bit in the dish right next to me, and it smells absolutely divine. I had pizza for lunch at 11 a.m. I feel I failed already. I had Doritos. I eat dinner at 5 or 6. Someone I don't know just knocked on my door. I'm not doing the treatment anymore, so I'm assuming someone is objecting to my pride flag in the window. They can choke on it for all I care. What you put in your window is your business. Little Shiro titties. Very important when drawing the Shiro. I may be non-binary, but you have to have the little Shiro titties. The real Shiro titties are gigantic, but that's my business. Would you guys believe? I know you would easily believe that I'm French because I can't speak in English to save my fucking life. You make me feel better about my life choices. If they don't like it, they can go sit somewhere other than the picnic table under my window. And yes, they can choke on it. Yeah. I'm not gonna do the other movement I was about to do because you never know who's going to be picky and try to cancel me for trying to encourage self-deletion. I do not encourage getting small titties. Encourage self-deletion. Do not self-delete. It is a permanent problem to a temporary... it is a permanent problem. This is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. I'm French! And I got ADHD. If I only had a brain. Where's my text? It's under... There we go. Ah yes, I see the edge thing stayed. And if anyone complains about it, I can tell them that it's not illegal, and telling me to remove it is illegal. My ass doesn't care a fig about a bigot's discomfort. Stay mad! Je suis un petit fromage, oui. You're indeed a cute little cheese. To be honest, I don't even know how I managed to get all this super glue on my hands. Like, I leave these teeny tiny little dots on my projects, and somehow I just, like, smear. Yay, I Frenched. Well, you're Frenching better than I am right now. I can't speak. English is hard, French is hard, Spanish is hard. Which one of these is my first language? The answer might surprise you. Me, it's when parents just have this really happy tee-hee look on their face and they're telling me, like, all this horrible shit that their kids are doing. And they're like, ha ha, boys will be boys. No, that's a psychopath! French is pretty hard, but I guess I'm just a bit too slothful to give it my all. Well, you are, because you speak Spanish, and Spanish and French have the same bases, so that's why it's easier for me to learn Spanish. Like, the only reason I speak English is because my dad is English, because if it was just of the English classes we got in school, you think my English is bad now. Credit to anyone who can speak more than one language. Yay, I get credit! Yo entiendo español muy bien, pero no le habla, or should I say no le habló muy bien. Joel, correct me. And you're doing a great job learning the language of my people. I don't even know the language of my people. I'm technically, like, I'm métis. I am part Huron, and I'm part Iroquois. I can't speak either of them. I have no idea what either of them sound like. I just know that I have an ancestor that has paintings in a museum in Montreal. I bought his book recently. I didn't even have time to read it, and I want to read it so bad. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make this even worse. Would you guys believe I'm turning 40 this year? I believe it. Oh wow, neat. Yeah, because this skin tone is a lie. According to, well, basically according to my grandpa and his direct ancestor, Teleriolin, I should not be this color. But then again, if I would step outside and not be freaking allergic to the sun, I would actually be like a deep red. I mean, permanently. Not just when I get the inevitable heat stroke. Because my grandpa had this ability to tan really deeply, but then he would take his shirt off and he had this perfect red triangle here and this stark white chest. I have a delay. I'm gonna restart my phone. It's either that or the boat that carries the messages across the sea is lagging. Okay, see ya. Normally when you come back, it should still be, Realm. My lips are dry. Thankfully, I have a fix for that. I'm glad you guys can't see my studio right now because, ugh. Honestly, it's a goddamn nightmare. I'm gonna pick it up once I'm done, but yeah. While I'm working, it's a maelstrom. And that, I don't know if it's an artist thing or if it's an ADHD thing. Could be a mix of both. Hello again, Sakura. And yeah, you're still Realm, as expected. Oh, look, the background of my people. The snow area. Narsh. And now we're in Vector. And I'm gonna stop doing that and hyper-fixating on my backgrounds. I just said I had ADHD. Like, look at me, I'm so smart. I recognize all the backgrounds. Everything seems to be in order. Super! Unlike yet another retail story. People like these retail stories because they're so freaking outlandish. So as much as I can remember them, I'll illustrate them. Fonts, 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 fonts. I put all that effort on my overlay. I don't even comb my hair before I start. I'm always in pajamas in this house coat. I'm in the basement, it's cold. Honestly, all the props to the streamers that get a full face of makeup, fix their hair, stuff like that. All the props to you guys. You guys are the real MVP. I shower before a stream. That's about the maximum effort I'm willing to put out for you guys. That's not a good song. That was more of a mishmash of noises than a song. I'm bald. Oh, there's a fairy. Oh yeah, Sakura, while you're here. There's a couple things you can do with your avatar on screen. You can jump. You can dance. Hang on, I'm just gonna move you so you can see. Or me. I don't mind moving myself. Gonna dance again. Can sit. Now what the sit does is it can idle your character on screen. Like you can leave and your little tent is always going to be there. If you want to participate again, you can stand. And finally, from the top of my head, you can fart. It's not wrong, but in the situation you are right now that we're not going to discuss in public, I would recommend not doing it. But it's not wrong. Also, the jumping can be used for the Star Catch game, which I replaced the sprite for the star for Sylphs. Now that allows you to earn points, but I have yet to find the time to figure out how the store works and how, because you can then use the points to buy extra accessories for your characters, but I have yet to figure out the store. There's something that I can't get it to work. I don't understand the coding, but when I will, you guys are getting hats. Mog. Oh, would you look at that? Did you figure out how to change your avatar yourself? Not that there's anything wrong with that, honestly. Then again, I write the code directly in the chat. I'm playing with the buttons. Ah, there must be buttons on the Twitch version. And if anyone says anything about the flag, I can tell them I've had it in my window for over a year and just moved it to another. They had objections far too late. Well, it's your flag, your window. If they want to get themselves in trouble, that's their business. Because here's the thing, I'm streaming, but I've got like Streamlabs over here. Yeah, somebody figured out the bombs. Yeah, there is, I just don't use it often. And I lost my trail of thoughts. I'm glad that somebody is having fun with the avatars. Because that's the thing, I think Sakura is the only one that's on Twitch right now because Coco and Joel are on YouTube. And I don't think they got the menu like you do. And guys, I'm done with the line art for my guest bootleg cookie strip. Hopefully I can finish soon. Looking forward to that. Ah! Boom! And Coco just learned how to bomb. Oh my god, Restream Bot just did a somersault. You can control how the avatar moves and stuff. Oh, that's good. And yeah, that's what I was talking about. I don't have my Twitch open right now as I'm streaming. Because I'm trying to focus on drawing as much as I can. That's what I'm here for. But it's nice to have somebody playing around with the settings. I'm drawing this and all I can think about right now is getting back to work on Risa. I was looking up some tutorials earlier because I'm looking for a pattern to do a teeny tiny sleeveless vest so that it looks good at the scale it is. It's just like with Figma Risa, Nendoroid Risa's onesie was pretty much made on the spot. With no real actual pattern. I would like to not fuck around too much with my blue letterette. Shiro, did you really say this to a customer? Yes, I have. Because casually destroying a $200 machine every time you're angry is very concerning. Sometimes I struggle a lot in a game and I'm like, you're too expensive. So imagine an entire DS. And every time you lose at a game, and this is a little kid, this kid is gonna end up on the news and you're not gonna know about it, and there's a reason why. Like, whenever I hear boys will be boys, like, you wanna know what I expect? Dumb shit. That's what I expect. Like, shit so dumb it counts as a science experiment, okay? Not when they're being super violent and angry and aggressive. That's freaking concerning. Like, sure, I broke a bunch of toys when I was a kid, but it's because I wasn't careful in general, not because I was angry. Because if I broke something, I was not going to get another one. If I broke something on purpose, I was not going to get another one, and I was going to get to sit in the corner. Oh, nice. No. That was the 80s. Kneel in the corner on hardwood floors. Sit in the corner. And she was like, haha, boys. No, boys don't act like that. What you have is a little shit. Your little shit needs therapy. It's different when it's your kid. That is still not normal behavior. If your kid struggles this much with losing at a game, something's up. Getting tested for stuff. Because Lord knows I have trouble handling frustration, and I know why. I got ADHD. ADHD has like a million possible side effects, and I apparently won that lottery. I got all of them. I got the nightmares. I got the trouble handling frustration. I got the memory issues. I got everything. And I'm not medicated. That's not a win. They should make an essential oil out of that Kitex smell. It smells amazing. And it's nail polish remover. That kid must be a late teenager, if not early adult by now. I hope he's okay, honestly. Because that's just not healthy. To deal so violently with frustration like that. Kid's gonna end up on some sort of watch list. For those wondering, what are we, the end of June? I am going to start production on the next Smack comic in the middle of next month. So like that by the middle of August, I should have a little bit of a backlog, and you guys are going to get to enjoy the next the 5th episode of Super Mario Adventures Continued. Why are they censoring what I'm typing? There's no bad words. I don't know. While you think about it, why don't you send me what you're trying to say on in Facebook chat, so that would give me an idea. Ooh, I can't wait to read it. I think it's going to be around 25 pages. It's around 20 pages. I said boys would be boys, is them doing stupid stunts with an example. Maybe it's the example. It's not really a spoiler because we talk about it in the Smack Direct. It's going to be Mustastrophe, basically a story where Luigi loses his mustache and doesn't know where it went. That's it. That's the plot. But it's Gabe's writing, so you know it's going to be funny as hell. After this, it's going to be an entire hour of after-stream work. And then I'm going to try and finish off Risa's costume. I'm not going to be sculpting her shoes just yet. No. That was Christmassy. Luigi Identity Crisis 2022. Hey Joel, I got the line work done for my guest bootleg cookie strip. It's not complicated because working with my regular tablet is frustrating, but it's cute. It's not complicated. It takes me an hour and a half for these, but do you really... You guys watch me draw. Do you really think this is complicated? Okay, I make it look easy because I've been drawing for... How old am I? 38 years. But no, you gotta start counting as when you went professional. No. You don't understand. I started drawing at 2 years old and I never stopped. It counts. So when Coco finishes her guest trip, I'll probably still do a live stream on that Sunday, but I don't know what I'm going to do instead. Yet. I'll figure out something. Why did this song make me think of Off? What would you guys want to see during a stream? It has to be art related. Because the kind of games I play don't really lend themselves to a 1 hour, 1.5 hour stream. Because I like RPGs. You can always party with me next Sunday. I'll bring hard-boiled eggs and prune juice. Joel? I am not that old. Little piece of shit. I was wondering why all my stuff was at 2.5. Last thing I worked on was Reese's eyes for the decals. Oy, oy, oy. If I only had a brain, I would be dangerous if I had some sort of memory. This is why I'm glad that the loading screen when you start a game of Dragon Quest XI, the loading screen would tell you where you're at right now. That is very useful for people like me. Love that deep concern. I mean, I was. It's like one of my good customers, her son was on the spectrum, and like deeply on the spectrum, and he was already so much bigger than her. So of course I got worried when she started telling me how he would start getting physical with her, and like this lady was about my size but skinnier, and I'm like, no. And like that kid has been in the store a couple times. And it's clear that whenever he gets physical with her, it's not his fault. You know what I mean? The only reason you can't achieve world domination is ADHD. I do not have the attention span to dominate. If I had an OnlyFans, though. Like, it was one of those situations where the kid does not know his own strength. Same for here. Sure, I just called the kid a little shit, but I still would rather see him in therapy because this is not normal behavior, you know? I mean, this kid, the other autistic kid, has nothing to do with what I'm saying right now. You also don't have Pinky by your side to aid you in world conquest. Well, I have a Pinky. Just gotta be careful so her arm doesn't fall off. There she is. Figma Risa. My first custom figure. Nendoroid Risa is my second. And my plans are much more ambitious for Nendoroid Risa. So, because I'm still waiting on some stuff for her, it's gonna take a while for her to be completely quote-unquote finished. Because one of the things I want to do for her is have swappable 2 pairs of each type of hand, so that I can swap between bare hands, or I should say bare hands, and gloved hands, because Risa usually also sent the uncensored comment to your messenger. Thank you. So like that, I don't have to try and hand make really a tiny little glove that can turn around with the hand. I would have a set of bare hands and a set of glove hands because Risa's weapon are gloves. You'd stroke Lily as you don't have a white cat, and then in the middle of your evil speech you get distracted by geek merch. I would! I would have the live stream right here, and I'd be stroking Lily, threatening the world for $1 million. But then I'd have a couple other windows open, and I would be like, ooh. Well, I can relate. I don't know my own strength either. Sometimes a friend pat on the back from is a heavy swat for my mom or sister. Sometimes I accidentally slam doors when I try to close them. Me, I lose my grip on doors. Like, I will swing a little door open because I can't remember the English word for armoire. Cupboard. Cupboard door open. Because I would I flick it and then I grab it. But sometimes I kind of forget to grab it and then just like thwack. I am too confident for someone that habitually slams doors. I am too confident in my grabby when my grabby is not that good. And yeah, long story short, even if last week was it last week or the week before? Last week, I think. Last week I wrote a story about therapy that did not go well for me. I still recommend therapy when you have issues. And don't be afraid to shop your therapist, because sometimes you get some real weirdos that do not suit you. I want you guys to live your best life. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. My nose is full of shit. It's so itchy. What's the point of trying to moisturize if you're gonna be itchy regardless? If any of you guys want Clip Studio, it's still on sale right now. There's a link in my link tree. I love my therapist. Good for you, Coco. At least you found one that works for you. I'm glad. That is the software that I'm using, and I absolutely adore it. I keep figuring out new stuff to do with it semi-regularly. So if anybody been wanting to get it, it's half off right now until the 21st, I believe. My mom's birthday. So if you're thinking about it, if you could use the link that's in my link tree, because I'm an affiliate. This post is not sponsored, but at the same time it is, but at the same time it's not. But Sharon, what if I already have Clip? Then you're fucked, aren't ya? Let me advertise. Besides, it goes on sale pretty often, honestly, so I always... Anybody that uses Clip and loves Clip always recommends to get it on sale, so... One thing I don't like is when people start shitting on all the other softwares after they found one that they love. I get shitting on Photoshop because Photoshop is way too expensive for what it is. And now it's like online only, you can't even work with it offline. And it crashes. It's known for crashing. Like, what the fuck? Why is this industry standard if it crashes all the frickin' time? Yeah, but Clip Studio crashes too. How many times did Clip Studio crash on you, Shiro? I've had it for, what, 10 years or so? Point made. Check it out if this is the time it's going to crash on me. Because that's the kind of luck I have. I've had people, and I do believe that includes Joel, tell me that they like to watch me work. They like how I do my lines. Can you guys elaborate on that? What is it about watching me draw that you guys like? This is purely out of curiosity and to get you guys to talk to me more so I don't fall asleep while I work. I like feedback. It's incredibly hard to get feedback because, one, I'm a fucking gremlin, so people are kind of afraid to talk to me most of the time. And they think Shiro's a gremlin, they're going to be mad if we critique her. I'm not asking for critiques, so shut up. And what I'm asking for is feedback. Because I'm certainly not asking for critique while working on Bootleg Cookie. Bootleg Cookie is literally vent art. I draw how I want about real shit that happened. If you want to tell me what to draw, feel free to contact my agent at popcomics.ca. I've only had to quit on me 4 times this year, but only because I had it do too many commands. Well, you overloaded it! You animal! Also, I like your lines because they're very clean and clear and straight. So, also gives me ASMR vibes. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I get these lines because, one, I've been drawing for 38 years. Secondly, from all the zooming in, I'm using my shoulder and elbow more, which stabilizes my lines better. It's also the fact that I try to be as confident as possible with my lines, because if you're too slow, then you're gonna wiggle a little bit. Now I'm exaggerating, of course, there, because I kind of have a bit of a stabilizer on my pen, but like, let's say I try to go here and use my wrist to do the line. Now it's really wiggly. But if I go at a good speed, using my elbow, there you go, you got a nice smooth line going on. Does this mean that your lines are wiggly when you draw on sketch cards because you can't zoom in? Nah. That's a completely different skill set at this point. Speaking of skill set, my friend Chris learned this week that I know how to sew. And, oh, that's a shadow. I thought I stained her onesie for a second. No, it's a shadow. Woof. I'm also autistic, so seeing these lines as straight and stabilized as they come gives me joy. I think straight lines give joy to anybody that likes to watch people draw or that likes to draw themselves. I mean, your lines are pretty equal yourself, Joel. They're pretty stable. At least the stuff you post on Instagram. Also, first person to come in here and tell me that digital art is cheating, using this or that during digital art is cheating, anything about digital art is cheating, is going to get a kick in the face. You guys are... Hi, Anime Geek Draws. You guys, I'm going to be right back. The dog is barking. I just gotta go see if somebody's at the door. I'll be right back. Enjoy the music. Front door neighbor was in his own yard. How dare he? How dare he enjoy the yard he paid good money for? Oh girl, seriously? Think you guys are gonna like this. Come here. Come here, pretty girl. Who wants to see the spoiled brat? She's terrible at looking at cameras in general. There she is. Hi, Lily. Hi, girl. She's nervous because she's protecting the house. You gonna let me work now? Or you're just gonna stay behind the chair so I can roll over you and hurt you? Oh, kissies. Oh, kissies. Now I'm gonna try to read the comments over her shoulder. If she can stop kissing me 5 seconds. And having secure pockets is important so stuff won't come out. Shiro boobs. Yeah, that is quite the panel I decided to leave on. Also, hi, Enemy Geek Draws. I tried to say hi properly, but somebody needed to protect the house from the front door neighbor. Minding his own goddamn business. And Coco earlier was saying, whoop, done. I sued Velcro on my Birds of Prey jacket because the bottom pocket snaps pulled out. Oh, so that's why it's important to have secure pockets. If it's okay with you, Lily, I'm going to put you down now because I need to continue work. Okay. Let me put you down. Lip balm and dogs that usually don't shed don't mix. You'll be good now, baby. She just ran back up the stairs. And she's protecting me again from the neighbor. He's not doing anything. He's existing. And Joel is happy to see Lily. Is that even one of her hairs or one of mine? I can't see it. Can't even figure out how a hair got in my mouth. Because Lily is like Phantom. She's one of those quick lickers, and I don't want her tongue in my mouth. Ah, she's back down again. I knew I heard little tippy-tappy toes. I gotta be careful because I don't want to back up into her if she's still there when I'm done. Would you get your nose out of there, please? Thank you. She's more comfortable with coming downstairs lately for reasons I will not discuss online. These are my laziest speakers yet. I'm not even drawing all the dots. It's like... I'm glad I still got this whole tub of, Did you actually hurt Lily when you tried backing up to your chair? No, and I don't want... I don't want to start a trend. It has yet to happen, and I hope it never happens. Lily has discovered that the basement has a warm, squishy human in it that's perfect to lay on when it tries to sleep. Oh lord, does she ever. Like, what she likes to do right before bed and when I wake up is go right up here, like she's smack in the middle of my chest, right up here, and lick my neck because I won't let her lick my face. She's hoping to wear me down and get to the jugular. Maybe if I actually go on the flats layer, there we go. Yeah, she is allowed in the basement, normally. Just that, of course, usually she's upstairs. That's where her food is. She's been pretty good at behaving. Of course, one of the things I'm going to do once I finish the stream is go see how she's doing, make sure she has food, make sure she has fresh water, and take her outside a little bit for a little pee-pee. She's trying to get me to feed her only treats. It's not working, so she's pouting most of the time. She's allowed to have treats at supper time. And then after, like, she's the type to eat a dessert before eating her actual meal. She'll have her treats at the table. I blame Dad. And then once she's done, she's going to eat her actual food right after. I always make sure to praise her when she eats her own food. For her health, understandably. Don't want her to eat just candy, you know? Dog candy, that's what I mean, before somebody calls the SPCA on me. If you guys can hear her bark, it actually was worse when the neighbor had the audacity to mow his own lawn. How dare he! And you know what's terrible? She's ruining her own reputation because she's actually feed her treats. She does get treats at supper time. Because the thing with Lily is she's actually a really friendly dog. She loves people. She just yells at them. And it's usually even worse when it's somebody that she likes. I say usually because when I tried to film it for Joel, she was actually perfectly silent the entire time because she knows when she's being filmed, apparently, and she was like, I will not give you what you want. Can I get that a little lighter, please? Thank you. I should probably finish my tiny little bit of now ice cold Earl Grey. That is nasty. But there's no waste. been a long while since I had time to play video games, and I'm looking forward to going back to Dragon Quest XI. Because my friend Bianca, whose OC I draw sometimes when I get the chance, she actually told me that if you go from one save file, switch to 2D, you keep your experience, your quests, your items, stuff like that, including your costume. So what I did is I went from my save file that had all the costumes, switched to 2D mode at the start of the game, because you can only go by a chapter and not just anywhere, anytime. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. And immediately when I was able to reach a church to switch back to 3D to start a new game there. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a brand new playthrough, but I'm level 99. With all the strong shit that I made, because that was also my save, the one save file where I beat the time worm. Because the time worm is a pain in my ass. So I got, like, everybody has Catholicon rings at +6. Thinking of getting the new Ninja Turtle game and maybe Sonic. Joel, buy the fucking game, okay? That's all you've been talking about. Buy the Turtle game. Please, do yourself a favor, buy the Turtle game. You will be happier. I'm not annoyed, I'm just saying I understand the obsession. Plus, I do believe while she was shopping for her DS, I also suggested she get a 2DS, because they're harder to snap. But at the same time, girl, please, love yourself. You can't just buy another console every time he breaks it on purpose because he's frustrated. Pretty soon he'll upgrade, if you know what I mean. Fais-toi plaisir. We're almost done. I'm gonna do the background and we're gonna clean up the text a little bit. Yeah, you're still on there. I wish I could just swap in between gradients, palettes easily with my quick access instead of having to program like one color by one color, because that's not practical. I can do a pop-up palette thing. But then I still have to go through a menu. Like if I could program each pop-up palettes, that would be nice. I'm gonna move this. Oh, right, they're all in the same piece. Alright, I'm gonna move it manually. That's why it's not important when you do a point-by-point vector bubble to do it perfect on the first try, because you can adjust it right after using the control points. Super good, Sharon. Love this. I'm glad you do. Still very concerning. If you go through the trouble of snapping the DS and then throwing it against the wall, like, there's intention behind this instead of just throwing it against the wall. Like, you do one or you do the other. If you do both, it's because you're frustrated and there's intent. Get therapy. let's see. Gonna save. We're gonna take a look, see what it looks like, and I believe we should be done. I knew I was forgetting something. Gotta fill up the little movement swishes. And she was not one of those angry, screamy, my son is perfect customers. She actually listened to me. Well, I mean, she listened to me in store. I have no idea if she actually followed my advice. But she didn't like, my son is perfect, why are you judging my son? She considered what I was saying, you know? Maybe the deep concerned face spoke to her. Yeah, I believe we're done for today. I think we're good. Happy with today. Therefore, click. As we do with every end of stream, extra special thanks. They are spicy, they are juicy, they are covered in rainbow sprinkles. The thanks to the supporters. Amber Beach, FB, Paul K, Miss Enovis, David F, and Marianne J. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. You guys have no idea. Love you. And I also love you out there watching this. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I know I had a lot of fun drawing it. Of course, I'll see you guys next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, my time. I know you guys had fun, because you guys actually told me today that you had fun. Therefore, I love you all, and bye-bye.